Going into the center circle will be Deron Scott, the 6'9" product from Central Michigan, taking on the Canadian Justin Jackson at 6'8". It's the 5, it's the Lightning, and it's right now on NBLC.TV. 2022 season. Antoine Lillard, one of the newer faces, gives it over to Justin Jackson, and he makes the opening bucket of the game for a team that has a league-leading 5 titles and are your defending NBLC champions. As Terry Thomas, he was your 6th man of the year, your Canadian player of the year, and going off of my last point, was your finals MVP. Just hit an and one play to go to the line. It was too little, too late. So the 5 looking to get their first points of the game, almost gliding in gracefully. You got to question whether Thomas is 100%. They didn't even know if he was going to be in the starting 5 minutes before this one. Nice spin around off the window for Deron. Miscommunication between Isom and Thomas allows the freeway to be opened up for J.D. Miller to flush it through. Speed the other way through Jalen Bland. This guy loves to shoot the 3, but doesn't do it on this occasion and leaves it there for Harris instead. Harris, step back 2, gracefully puts this one in, although I think he might have rolled his right ankle. He looked at the official wanting a call, he didn't get it. This allows Antoine Lillard an open lane as Harris was still trying to hobble back on defense. 14 seconds left on the shot clock as Nobles calms the sea down, so to speak. Long 2 thrown up by Nobles, and all it does is ripple nylon. Mosby at midcourt feeds Harris. Harris trying to lose his man. 1 bounce off the rim and in, and he gives another look at the official going, wait a minute. From defense to offense, the 5 go. A little get off me, homie, from Jalen Bland. Bland feeds Hannibal. Hannibal almost lost it for a second. Spins around Marique Isom and banks it off the square. Sudbury trying to set it up. It's Hannibal with a wide screen up top. Bland once again missed his first 3 of the game, makes his second though, and he makes the indication that I'm being guarded by a much smaller opponent. Baseline, almost stepped out of bounds, but found Nobles. In turn, it's Marique Isom, 3's away, bang! Downtown, Mike Nuga, back the other way, sort of put on the brakes, then kicked it into high gear, and this one goes off the window for 2. Harris from Bland near corner. 5 to go here in the first. Bland, man, he loves that spot. And you have Canadian content on the court right now for Doug Plum, the Canadian coach, who's also your defending coach of the year. Terry Thomas looking good. And he gets this one through, but he is skipping back up the court. He's not at 100%. 11 assists evening. He's a kind of a hot and cold player, but it looks like he's neither now for the London Lightning as Audie rattles around and it goes down from the near corner. Just haven't seen it over my basketball careers. Maybe I'm mistaken. As Alita drops this back to Isom. Isom being left alone will feed Adams. Distant 3. Long distance charges will apply on that Lance Adams tray. Maybe even more impressive for Mike when you consider he's just 6'2" on the court. Shot clock's been turned off. Lightning should have the final shot of the quarter. Mike Nuga off the window, easy peasy, and that concludes the opening quarter of play. Williams Jr. switching hands, can't get love off the window. The ball rolled back to him though. Bland to Mosby Jr. Debated taking the 3, instead finds Williams, who kisses this off the glass after this quarter of the way London shooting. Power European sidestep by Williams Jr. It wouldn't go, but finally putting in the recycling is Evan Harris. Picked off that pass from Antoine Lillard, and he actually coasts all the way back up the court. Can't get the first shot to go, still using his muscle underneath the cylinder. And again, lead is down to 3. Remember, it was your London Lightning leading 30-23 after the first quarter of play. Lillard with some muscle and some hustle gets the and one. Wide open on the near wing will feed Lillard instead. Not enough muscle behind that one. Will give Bland the leeway up the court. Miller was trying to originally get fancy from Harris, and well, he'll settle it down for the 2 regardless. 4-point evening so far, being directed by Isom as he gives him the ball. Audie looks back at the Texas native, decides to drive towards the hoop and lays it off the window. On your Saturday night, it's a 40-38 scoreboard with lots of time left here in the second quarter of play. Feathering a pass down low to J.D. Miller. And Miller continues to roll here for the visiting five. He's now got 8 points in the game. Lillard to Alita. Alita's three rattles down. 2008 G League draft and actually played 2 seasons in the G League after playing for Elkhorn State in the NCAA. Isom dials it up from distance. Back to Alita. Little hot potato with the basketball. As Audie decides, you know what, enough of this jazz, I'll just go get the deuce. On the foot, shooting 69.7% from the charity stripe. They missed 10 points right there. Opening bucket of the second half is through Marcus Audie. For J.D. Miller, a bit of an awkward shot. I don't know if he rolled his ankle or what happened there. He seems to be okay as he runs back on defense, but he broke out the ceiling fan on that last shot attempt. Mike Nuga adds to his 6 points. He's now got 8. Jackson guarded by J.D. Miller. Isom from Nuga. Nuga into the paint, spinning around, loses Montel McRae and puts it through the cylinder. Nuga, 10 points, 7 rebounds so far with 9:10 remaining in the third quarter of play. Harris, our player to watch, retaliating with an and one of his own. Another player who loves to shoot it from downtown. It's Nobles, long two, rattles down. London extending their lead right now. Points. So Sudbury's at risk here unless they start waking up in a hurry. This game's starting to slip away from them here on the road. Team's coming off of a 122-101 loss to the Windsor Express. Not willing to let that happen again for Sudbury to go to work on. Bland receiving the inbound, guarded by Nobles. Remember, Bland was cooking Nobles early in the first quarter with the 3 balls, and now he dials up another one from the far pocket. They'd actually be moving just to the 500 mark here at home, currently coming in with a 1-2 record. Mike Nuga gets some love off the rim and in. Some one-hand floaters up, won't go. Isom tried to fight for the board, but went right back into the lap of Bland. Bland to Jeremy Harris. Harris attacking the rack and going off the glass. Timeout called by Doug Plum with his team up by 12. Antoine Lillard smacked away by Jeremy Harris. What a block. Now it's Bland through midcourt using his speed to feed J.D. Miller with the 2-hand flush. Jalen Bland trying to get away from a fellow one. A foolish no-look back pass intercepted by Lillard. It's jam time, baby. 2 p.m. tip-off tomorrow afternoon. Jeremy Harris from the charity stripe hits the nylon, and they're going to need more of that in this fourth quarter to come back with the victory. Pass to Lillard. Switching off defensively, it's Millard now guarding Lillard. Lillard realizes that, pulls back and rips a bullseye. J.D. Miller sets up the play. Miller, far wing, down low to Harris, leaves it there for Hannibal, off the square and in. Audie, stutter stepping into the corner. Nobles rips open a 3. It won't go down. The recycling bin for Lillard, not once, but twice. I guess he got the paper. Now Bland trying to use his speed to get back up the court. The floater's up and it's good. A rare 2-ball made by Bland. Player to watch. Fade away 2. This won't go down. Audie pulls away the board and using his speed to get up the court. European side steps his way around Muhammad and gets it in to extend the lead back up to 10. Crossing over midcourt, and it's Evan Harris losing it fortuitously. It's J.D. Miller getting it back. Miller spills Antoine Lillard down to the deck. It's Mike Nuga being guarded by Jeremy Harris. Lillard providing the screen up top for Mike Nuga. Nuga, step back 3, and 1. Mike Nuga with an opportunity for a 4-point play. Able inbounding the ball now. 6.5 to go on your Saturday night from the Bud in downtown London. Live on NBLC.TV, it's Audie going reverse off the window. The London Lightning respond in a huge way. And they get some skeletons out of the closet after losing to the Sudbury 5 86-83 in the season opener. They win here tonight, 99-85. A 14-point victory. And again, for the Five, they lost by 21 points to the Windsor Express. Last game, they lose by 14 points here tonight.